Hi everyone, welcome back to the coding series. Today's problem is find first and last position of element in sorted array. Let's understand the problem statement. Given an array of integers sorted in non-decreasing order, find the starting and ending position of a given target value. If the target is not found in the array, return -1, -1. Let's understand. Here, target is equals to 8. Now you have to check whether target is present in given nums or not. Here 8 is present in given nums. That means if target is found, you have to return its starting and ending position of a given target. So here starting position is 3 and ending position is 4. So you have to return 3, 4. In the second example, target is 6, but 6 is not present in the given nums. So if target is not found, then you have to return -1, -1. Similarly, target is equals to 0. But here given array is empty array. So in that case, you have to return -1, -1. Okay, let's understand. Now, let's take nums as 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, given target is 4. Okay, here 4 is present in nums. So if target is found, you have to return its starting and ending position of a target. That means here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 3, 5. Okay, let's see how we can solve this. Let's start with brute. Okay, so initialize an array to store result. Okay, because you have to return starting and ending, right? Now iterate over an array then ln of nums and I plus plus. Okay, now our first check should be whether our current element, that means nums of I, is equal to target or not. Okay, this code is incomplete. Okay, we'll start adding once we start going through an example. Okay, here since I mentioned, let's write our given array. Okay, since we are iterating through an array, so our starting element is 1. Okay, here 1 is not equal to target. Okay, but 1 is less than target, right? That means the elements to the right side of this can be greater than target or less than target or equal to target. Okay, that we are not sure. That means you have to check. So you have to iterate and check the next elements. Now here 2 is not equal to 4, but 2 is less than 4. So you have to check other elements. Same 3 is not equal to 4, but 3 is less than 4. So you have to check. Now 4 equal to 4. That means you have found the target value. So you have to add its index, right? That means if you want to add its, you have to add only starting and ending. So here what you have to write, if you want to add starting index, then if res equal to 0, that means till now you haven't found the target. Now you found, so you have to add its index. So this represents that you haven't found target till now. Now you're finding, so add it. Res is equals to append of res comma I, because I denotes the starting position of an array, right? Sorry, I denotes the position of a target. Okay, now you have to check the other elements because you have to return starting and ending position of an target. There can be a target. in the other elements also, like right side of this, there can be a target, right? You have to check that. Now, 4 equal to 4 again. You have to keep checking. Now 4 equal to 4. You have to keep checking. Because you shouldn't add its indexes, because you have to add only starting and ending. Now 5 came. 5 is not equal to 4. But 5 is greater than 4. That means if current element is greater than target, then the elements to the right side of the current element will also be greater. That means we are sure that target will not be found after this, right? So you can just stop it, what? Iterating and check the next elements. To that, what you have to write? Else if nums of I is greater than target, and you have to add this also, because here 4 is found, right? You have to add its index also, right? Because this will be starting, you have added, but this is ending, you haven't added, because you checked other right side of that, right? But you have to add, because the next element is 5, that is greater than 4, so you have to add its, you have to add this index. Now you have to add whether ln of r is greater than 0. That means if ln of r is greater than 0 means, that means you have found 4 earlier, so and you have added its starting index of the target. Okay, now you have to add ending index of the target, right? So for that, res is equals to append of res comma I minus 1. Then you can just return res. But here, what if you haven't found target? You haven't found target. Then you have to check if ln of res is equal to 0. Then you have to return array of minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay. Else, now I'll tell you what there is still pending. Code is still pending. I'll take you through one example. Okay. Now, here, if our array is only this much, okay, that means you have reached here. Okay. Now you have to, then according to this, you will check, according to this, you will check the next elements to that. But when you check, you have reached end of the array. So that means you have, initially you have added this index, but you have to add this index, right? Can I write for that as if ln of res is greater than 1? That means else part will be that only. So you can just write res is equals to append of res comma I minus 1 and return res. Okay, this will be the code, full code for a brute force approach. Okay, now here, if you think about the time complexity, since you are iterating, let's take our target is at the end. Okay, that means you will iterate through all the elements, right? So O of n, and space complexity, since you are storing only 2 elements, so it will be O of 1. But this is quite big. Okay, and in the problem they have mentioned that you have to solve this in O of log n time complexity. Now let's see how we can solve that. Let's start with, sorry, optimal. Okay, we can use binary search for this. Okay, in the previous if you guys haven't checked my previous videos, okay, please go and check it out, because there I have explained where we have to use binary search and all. So like, if they're giving one target and if you want to return its index, and array should be sorted, okay, array should be sorted, then you can apply binary search to get if for those kind of problems. Okay, let's take here binary, here target is equals to 4. Same, take example nums of 1 2 3 4 4 4 5 6. Okay, now you have to find the first occurrence and last occurrence of an target, right? So you have to create two different functions. You can't, in the binary search, if you apply only once on this array, you won't be getting the first index. You will be getting only one index. That cannot be first or that cannot be last. Okay. If you apply only once. That's why you have to apply twice. Okay. Now you have to find first occurrence and second one is the occurrence of target and find last occurrence. Okay, these two will be two different functions. Okay, now you have to apply binary search on this. You have for the first to get the first occurrence of a target. Okay, so for binary search, this low equal to 0, high points to n minus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here will be 7, that will be n minus 1. N is the length of an array. Okay, now for low less than high. Okay. If you guys haven't watched, as I mentioned, please go through the last videos. I have explained clearly. If you guys go through that and come here and check it out, then it will be super clear. Okay. For low less than high. Okay. Now you have to calculate mid, right? That means low plus high by 2, right? So first condition will be if nums of mid is equal to target, then I will tell you, if you're finding, if you want to, if for some problems if you have to return only its index, then you can just return mid, but here you have to return first and last occurrence, right? So only this part of logic you have to change a little bit. I'll explain you. Else if nums of mid is less than target. Okay, if it is less than target, then nums of mid is less than target, then low is equals to mid plus 1. Then else part will be high equal to mid minus 1. In the last videos, I have mentioned why I have added these two, why low points to mid plus 1 when nums of mid is greater, why nums of if nums of it is sorry why nums of mid if nums of mid is less than target, then why I have added this. If nums of mid is greater than target, why this. I have clearly mentioned in that, so you guys can check it out that. Now here, okay, let's take one same example, 1 2 3 4 4 4 5 6. Okay, so when you found the mid, okay, you shouldn't stop here. Okay, instead continue searching to the left for the first position, right? So here low is equals to 0, okay, high is equals to 7 starting. Now when you calculate mid will be 7 by 2, that is 3. Here 3, 0 1 2 3. Here 3, that means nums of mid is 4. 4 equal to 4. So okay, in this case our last first occurrence is we got it, okay, but what if like there will be some other examples where you have found the first mid is this one, okay, in that case you shouldn't stop there because first index is this, not this, right? Instead what you have to do, you have to continue searching to the left for the first position, okay. you have to search this left. Okay, only this left. That means you will eliminate this. Okay, so initially our high pointer is here. Okay, now you have to move our high pointer to here. That means high is equals to mid minus 1, and then high is equals to mid, and then you have to store mid also, right? R is equal res, just initially res points to minus 1, because what if you haven't found target, then it will be minus 1. Now you can update res is equals to mid, because you have to update res equal to mid. And in this, if you take only let's take this example. Now initially only we got res, that is at the first, like we have got the mid, that is the first occurrence, right? But still we are not sure, but here we are seeing and then we are getting no. But in the test cases and all, we are not sure, right? Which and all kind of problems they we examples they provide. So then you have to continue searching to the left continue searching to the left for the first position. Okay, now, so here you have to res equal to mid. Okay, this is the function for the to find the first occurrence. Okay, now same, this will be ditto, like low equal, just here this part will change, only this part will change for the last occurrence. That means same, take example 1 2 3 4 4 4 5 6. Okay, 4 5 6. Now here, okay, you will start iterating. Same, low is equals to 0, high equal to 7. Here mid is 3. We have got this mid. Okay, but you have to find the last occurrence. If you stop here, it's of no use, because you have to find the last index of a target. That means for the first occurrence, you have checked this array. Now, for the last occurrence, you have to check, continue searching to the right for the last position, right? That means our low pointer will go here, low. Okay, that means since our mid pointer is here, so here you have to just r is equals to mid, and then here low is equals to mid plus 1. Okay, this is super clear. Like, if you guys know about the binary search, how it works, this will give you clear understanding. Okay, so here, if you think about the time complexity of log n comma of log n, because you are applying 2 times binary search, right? So that means it will be of log n only. Since you are storing only one variable, two variables, that will be of 1. So in the problem they have clearly mentioned you have to solve it in of log n and of 1 time complex space complexity. Okay, now here I will show you. I have this is the brute force. Okay, what I explained. Okay, and all the test cases are paused also. You can check that. See, all test cases are paused, but here time complexity is O of n. Okay, here if you see, I have created two different functions: first occurrence, last occurrence. Okay, this is the first occurrence, high equal to mid minus 1. Here I mentioned that only high is equals to mid minus 1 and res equal to mid. That means result equal to mid. Now what I am doing, I am returning that result. Okay, that result means, okay, so you will get the first occurrence and then last occurrence. Last occurrence I will show you. Same here, last occurrence. In the last occurrence, low goes to mid plus 1, and then return the last occurrence. Okay, so now after getting those, you have to add it in your resultant array. Sorry, you have to add it in the resultant array. Yeah, I hope this will be clear. If you guys are not understanding, please do add in the comment section. I'll reply it there. That's all for today's guys. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.